Hare Krishna. So now, chapter 9, section 4, or the last section. This is the last section, which is from text number 43 to 49. Now, since the chapter's name is Passing Away of Bhishma Dev, the first thing is Bhishma Dev finally departs. It is mentioned that how his departure is mentioned. He merged himself completely in Super Soul, Shri Krishna. How he merged himself? It is mentioned he merged himself with his mind. His mind was fully absorbed in Shri Krishna. Then he merged himself with his speech, because he was constantly talking about Shri Krishna. Then he merged himself with his sight. He was fully focused on Shri Krishna. And he merged himself with his actions. He stopped all the external sense activities. He was fully immersed with all these things into Shri Krishna. And it is mentioned he became silent and breathing stopped. And thus it is mentioned that how Bhishma Dev attained the supreme perfection. And all the men, all the demigods, showering flowers from the sky, all the sages who were assembled, they all offered respects. And then it is mentioned the funeral was performed. Then the funeral was performed. And then after that, Maharaj Yudhishthir, along with Pandavas, returned to the capital of Hastinapur. And then after that, the final verse explains that Maharaj Yudhishthir, who had got the instructions from Bhishma Dev, now Maharaj Yudhishthir ruled over Hastinapur. How? What was his rule based upon? What was his service based upon? His service to the citizens, to the kingdom. What was it based upon? As a great religious king, he was holding on to the principles of religion. Great religious king. And how religious king? According to what he has heard from Bhishma Dev. So he was heard from Bhishma Dev and guidance of uncle Dhritarashtra was also there, and Shri Krishna. With great diligence and under the guidance, he ruled over the kingdom. Thus ends chapter 9. Hare Krishna.